Hello my darlings, it's Dion Dean. We're back with another video. This is going to be a haul from the RealReal. You guys know that whenever, well if you don't know, if you're new to my channel, items that I purchase or items that I thrift that are higher end luxury items, I tend to just ship them off to the RealReal. I'll give them a week or so on Poshmark. I no longer do eBay because cross listing is just too much for my brain right now. So since I'm specifically selling on Posh, I will put it up on Posh for like a week or so, but ultimately I just end up sending stuff to the RealReal. I know some people have a love-hate relationship. They feel like that everything's on sale. They get a lot of returns. I've been pretty lucky with the RealReal. And you know, I use it, and how I use the RealReal, I don't cash out. I use it as kind of like my luxury savings account, and so that's where I buy like my Lubus that I have here, my Jimmy Choos, any of the purses, and you'll see a purse that I got here. Anything that I want that's higher end that I don't necessarily want to spend my own money on, I use the RealReal. And so items will sell on the RealReal, and I'll leave it there, and I'll purchase what I want from the RealReal site. Make sense? So thrift it, send it. When it sells, I don't cash out. I leave the money there, and it's like a little luxury savings for me. That being said, I was going through my wardrobe, as you guys can see, going through my shoes and just looking for different gaps that I have in my wardrobe. And these two pieces that I purchased kind of fill those gaps. So let's do Riley. Riley's gonna be so mad that I did this without her because she has been wanting to get into these boxes, and I'm like, no, leave it, leave my boxes alone. Okay, I probably should have opened them beforehand. I apologize. Oh, I should have got some scissors, huh? All right, so let's see if I can. Oh, there we go. Okay, so when you order things from the RealReal, you always get a receipt. You get a little, you know, thank you, and if you ever want to consign, blah 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 blah. If you want to sell it back to them, just tells you the process, and you always get a receipt. You can always return, and once again, this is the thing that, you know, people don't necessarily like. They think that there's a lot of high returns. I have not experienced that. I have experienced returns, but there are some people who are just like, no, I hate the RealReal. It's too many returns, so on and so forth. But if you do want to return, there's the receipt. A lot of the things, not a lot, there are things that are final sale. And so if you are buying from the RealReal, pay attention to the notes. There are items that are final sale, and you will not be able to return it. So if you're going to buy from the RealReal, note that. All right, so one of the gaps that I have in my wardrobe that I realized as I was going to all these events in South Florida were comfortable wedges, comfortable networking shoes. One of the events that I went to, I'm going to leave a link up here. One of the events that I went to, let me slow down. One of the events that I went to at the Emory co-working space that I have just joined, so I joined the Emory, was a networking workshop, and it talked about what to wear, because we never think about what to wear to a networking event. We always think we gotta just be in our Lulus and our 4-inch heels and our fly outfits, and the woman was like, you need to be comfortable. You need to have as little on you as possible, so no huge bags that you gotta dig through, no shoes that you gotta keep on shifting from foot to foot. You wanna be standing up. You don't want to be sitting over to the side in the corner on your phone. You want to be standing up. You want to be active. You want to be engaged. So I was like, a lot of my shoes are hurting shoes, and Louboutins hurt. Don't let anybody fool you. So I said that to say one of the items that I wanted to get was like some really comfortable, and this is South Florida, okay? So we do wear sandals and wedges to lunches and brunches, and a lot of the events that they have here that I've been going to have been like the 10 a.m., 11 a.m., noon hour. So some comfortable wedges. These are Balenciaga, I believe. Yes, they are. These are Balenciaga wedges, and they are leather. Now, you guys know I am a sucker for good leather. I actually have tried this shoe on many a time, and so when I saw it on sale, these were 100. I should have took the receipt out. I think they were the 100 or 70, but when these went on sale, these were final sale, I scooped them up very fast. You can see that there is wear on the bottom, because remember, RealReal is consignment, but this feels so good and so comfortable. Has a little bit of a platform, so although it's like a 4-inch wedge, this is probably a 5-inch wedge, it actually feels very comfortable, like a 3-inch wedge, because it does have the platform. And so this was a pair of shoes that I was like, okay, I can walk around in this. My Louboutins, although they are beautiful, the arch is so high that it's like, you can stand, you can be comfortable, but there's going to be a little bit of teetering going on because it is a narrow shoe. So it's narrower and it's not as comfortable. So when she said that, I was just like, ooh, I need to get like some comfortable wedges. Now, as far as dress shoes, I think dress shoes are more like for happy hour, but for the events that I'm going to during the day, during the summer, the summertime, in South Florida, remember I'm in South Florida, these would be perfect for us. So once again, my Balenciaga wedges, that was one. So, purses. I know you're going to be like, Dion, you do not need no daggone purses. Yes, I do. Okay? I do need a purse. And because I've been going through my wardrobe and looking at what colors I have, I knew I needed this purse. So this purse was on my, I'm so sorry. I should have had Riley open it for real, for real. I was going through my wardrobe and looking at what colors I have and what accessories I needed for, hold on. The color, you don't need to, ooh, don't take it now. They cost too much. All right. Looking at the colors that I have in my wardrobe and what I needed. Hold, please. Okay, so let me continue. So I was going through my wardrobe and looking at the colors of the bags that I have in my wardrobe, and there was a gap. And so, let me take this out so that I make sure that I have how much this thing costs. Hold on. Oh, so the shoes were 103. Okay? So shoes were 103. So I was looking at the gaps in my wardrobe, and I did have a gap. You guys know, well, do you know? What is my favorite bag, other than the Chanel Jumbo? And then the second will probably be the Louis Vuitton Alma BB in Epi Vernis. My favorite bag is the Alexander Wang Rocco. And so I was like, if I'm gonna buy a bag in this color, it has, oh, yes. Oh, let's see if I'm better than I thought. The Alexander Wang Rocco in my favorite color. Oh my gosh, this is brand new, y'all. Oh, this is gorgeous. Has this even been worn? This is brand new. Oh, it's like gleaming on the bottom. Oh my gosh. Ah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I just had a moment. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is like brand new. So it says an expert behind every item. This item is final sale, not returnable. You guys see that? Oh my gosh, this is brand new. So with the RealReal, they do have brand new items, and it'll say like brand. This actually says brand new in box. Oh no, it just says in box. It doesn't say brand new. I need to look on the site. Because a lot of them will say brand new, and this actually meant just in box, like in the box. Don't judge me. This is brand new. I'm sorry. I'm like having a moment. There is nowhere on this bag. You can see Alexander. Oh my God. This is my favorite bag of all time. I will probably, there's another one that I'm looking at in a different color. Everybody has their bag, right? There are people that collect Chanel. There are people that collect Balenciaga. Like Balenciaga's, okay, so I have like 5 bags that are like my top. I like bags. Because I'm like, no, the Balenciaga City bag is a favorite bag of mine. The Chloe Marcy. It's Hadrian thrifted a Chloe Marcy bag like a few weeks ago. So you can check out, go to his website, go to his YouTube. He thrifted one. And I was like, hey, Hadrian, you got my bag, boo. But the Chloe Marcy bag. But this bag, the Dumbo, I just love the leather. You can see, can you see the leather, the sheen on it, the pebbled? Oh my gosh. Inside. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so shook. with the RealReal, like I think I was saying that, with the RealReal, it's consignment, right? And so a lot of the items, like you saw, the Balenciaga, they're used. This is unused. This has never been used. Oh my gosh. Let me show you guys the inside. I know some of you have actually thrifted one. You found one at thrift store, and you've DM'd me, and I'm like, ah, lucky girls. But there's the inside. So I got it in green. I say all that to say I did not have a green bag. Oh my gosh. This is brand new. Now I don't want to wear her. Let me show you, for you guys who are new and haven't seen my other bags, I'm going to leave a link up to my, because I did an unboxing for the red one. Let me go and grab my other two bags so that you can see them in comparison. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. This is so beautiful. I don't want to wear her. Okay, let me go get my other bags. Okay, so I have the other two bags, and they're like three different bags. Okay, so this one is my red one, and every time I wear this bag, I get a compliment. Like, everybody loves this bag. You guys can see she has been well worn by me. She gets worn every month. Like, this is like my go-to running around. This is my go-to bag. I love this bag. And you can just see it's been worn. It's been worn. So I have this in red. I got this like a year ago. You guys know. I did a video on this. I'll put a link to it. I got everything. Why do I have a shower cap? Why do I have a shower cap in my bag? What's going on? So this one I got from the RealReal. This one I got from the Deal Queen. You guys been on Poshmark, you know who she is. She is like the original, the queen, the Deal Queen. And so, yes, I got this from Alex. And so her Poshmark, did it change? AL Victoria. At AL Victoria. I'll leave a link to it below. She has one of the best closets. She has one of the best closets. So this is from her. This is from Alexandra, darling. I don't know what her new last name is, darling, but this is from Alexandra. And then now I have this one. So I have 3 Rocco bags. I need a Rocco wall. So this is like my favorite bag. And this was $225. And so the original price this bag is probably like a decade old. I want to say it came out in the early 2000s, maybe mid-2000s, maybe 2010. No, not to early 2000s. Alexander Wang as a brand started like I'm not even gonna act like I know, but it's probably like 10 years old. And so original price of these bags were about $1,000, $950, and so brand new $225 on the RealReal. So this was, I mean, oh my gosh. And so you can see the different leather. I'm gonna say, I'm not even gonna act like I know what this leather is versus this leather, but you can see they're 2 different leather ways, right? So yeah, so there's this one, and then there's this one, and then of course the patent one. So I wear this a lot in the fall. Like, I took this to New York with me, and not New York. Where did I go last fall? I can't remember. I took her to New York with me in April. Whenever I was up there, child. I don't know. This job got me traveling with these children. Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Lord, for a job. Gratitude. So yeah, I'm sorry. I know this video is probably like all over the place, but I am shook by this bag. And you know what? When you buy something, you should be shook. You should want this feeling. If you don't have this feeling when you buy something, don't buy it. That should be a lesson. Like, when you buy something and it arrives and you open and you're just like, that's the feeling you should get every time you shop. If you don't get that feeling, if you don't get excited when you purchase something, then you're shopping for, like, you're not getting it for the right, you're just getting it to get it. You should buy things that are excited, that you're excited about, that take your breath away, that just, not because anybody else likes it, because I don't think anybody is even rocking Roccos like that anymore, but I love this bag. I love this bag. This is like, this is me. This is like me. So, and I don't care if you like it, if you don't like it, if it's in season, out of season. When I wear it, people are like, where'd you get that bag? The RealReal. Anyway, that is my unboxing. I hope you enjoy. I like the RealReal. If you're thrifting and you do find higher price items, you know, definite or luxury items, they do have and I use the app as well. Definitely, and this is not sponsored. Let me say that this is not a sponsored video. This is not a sponsored video. This is not a sponsored video. But if you have the app, you can actually see what items they're accepting. And so if you look up and find those items, if you don't feel like listing it, go ahead and send it off and, you know, create a little account for yourself. Right now, I say that, you know, I wanted the Chanel Jumbo. That's what I really, that's like my pinnacle bag. The Hermes Birkin 30 Togo leather, that's like when I get my Emmy bag, like when I get my Emmy, because I'm getting an Emmy. When I get my Emmy, I'm gonna get that bag like the next day. But before I get that Emmy, before I get to that level, I'm gonna get the Chanel Jumbo gray lambskin, or black, gray or black, like that's my bag. But I also want the Alma BB Vernis, Epi Vernis in red. So that's what I'm saving for right now. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because I say that, but then I'm going to find another one of these at a really great price and be like, oh, let me just take a little chunk of that saved money and buy another bag. All right. So love you. We never pay retail. If you guys love shopping at the RealReal and you have been shopping at the RealReal, please tag me on Instagram at IamDionDean and leave a comment below as to what you buy or what your designer luxury bag is that you're like saving for, like your all-time favorite bag. All right. Love you. We never pay retail. Bye.